Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. I work hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? 10-4, wonderhussie, what's your 20? My 20 is Death Valley, and I think this heat is baking my brains. To the point where I'm dressed up in a wig and a feather boa and all these layers of baubles and beads like Janis friggin' Joplin, even though it's already like 100 degrees. I'm not kidding you guys. It got hot real friggin' fast this year. I had a feeling it would because we had a very mild winter. Okay, those of you that are watching this in Connecticut or someplace where you're up to your you-know-what in snow and ice, well, that hasn't been the case out here, man. It got warm, and it kind of stayed warm all winter long. We didn't get much rain. We certainly didn't get much snow, and, well, unfortunately, summer is already upon us. And it's not even officially spring yet. Oh my gosh, I'm filming this on March 19th, which means the official start of spring is still 2 days from now, but it's already 100 degrees, and people around town have already started seeing bombers, which are those giant horseflies that bite a chunk out of your flesh and make life absolutely miserable out here in the summertime. So all that being said, you're probably wondering a few things. Well, why am I still here if it's this hot? Why am I dressed up like Janis Joplin? And why am I having such a hard time leveling out my phone? Well, I'll show you. It's because I didn't feel like going to get my tripod, and so I was trying to balance my selfie stick thingy on top of this ladder, and the top of the ladder wasn't big enough, so I needed something flat to put on top of it, and I just grabbed the closest thing, which happened to be this vintage CB radio someone gave us. I don't even think this thing works. There's no antenna, and there's no power source. But the guy who gave us this CB radio also gave us another one that does work. And so I thought about, if I put up a high enough antenna, I ought to be able to communicate with the truckers going by on Highway 127. You know, the highway from Baker to Shoshone? 10-4, truckers, come by and get you some of that sweet, sweet nanner pudding. Yum, yum, come get you some. Anyone who ever drove truck probably knows all about those truck stop diner waitresses and their alluring promises of delicious nanner pudding. Anyway, none of that has anything to do with why I'm dressed up like Janis Joplin. First of all, I don't mean to besmirch the legacy of the fabulous Miss Janis Joplin, and I would never be so hubristic as to think that I could sing anything like she did. Janis Joplin was absolutely amazing. But I did my best. That's the whole point of setting this dang camera up on this thing. I was trying to get a full-length shot. I get a lot of complaints from people. You need to film so we can see your whole body. Well, it's really hard to do when you're a one-man show. Anyway, I'm wearing this whole thing, trying to look like Janis Joplin. Dialing for dollars is trying to find me. Wonderhussie, stop trying to be Janis Joplin. You don't sound anything like her. Over and out. Okay, I take your point. That's true. Why I'm dressed up like Janis Joplin? Well, there's two reasons. One, I'm friggin' bonkers, which you already know. Two, I'm trying to help promote a friend's show. Okay, there's this show in Vegas, March 28th, and I'm hoping to be able to go to it myself. Oh, hold on a minute. I just noticed in amongst our insane assortment of crap on our old cement mixer, I left my compact. Golly, I was wondering where this went. I left it over there when I was making my Frito pie video the other day. Oh, it's been a non-stop whirlwind around here. Anyway, I'm trying to help promote my friend's show Cosmic Blues, which is going to be at the Santa Fe Station in Las Vegas next Saturday, March 28th, I think at 8 p.m. It's the top Janis Joplin impersonator, I think, in the entire country. This woman, Michelle Roll, I think her name is. She's said to be the best Janis Joplin impersonator of all time, and they decided to pair her with one of the top, or maybe the top, Jimi Hendrix impersonators of all time. This guy can really play the guitar just like Jimi Hendrix. I think he looks like Jimi Hendrix. They're calling this the concert that never was, or the concert that should have been, because do I really need to tell you guys how awesome it would have been if Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, who both died at the young age of 27, and incidentally who also both died choking on their own vomit, if they had been able to do a concert together, well, it would have been freaking amazing. Well, there's no need to sit around wondering what might have been when you can go see for yourself at the Santa Fe Station. This is a local casino in Vegas that does live music, which sadly there's not a lot of casinos that do live music anymore. And I was talking to my friend who's producing the show, amazing jazz trumpeter, I think he's a trumpeter, Lon Bronson. He has his own jazz band. He plays all around town. They do the Rat Pack Is Back. Have you ever seen that show where they play? It's a live band playing the backup music for, Frank, Sammy, and Dean. And then he also, oh my gosh, you guys, yikes, look. Sorry, I know I sound like a complete ADHD, but look at this snake. My sister told me, hi, fella, sorry. My sister saw this on the porch of the casita the other day, and she freaked the heck out, because look how long it is. That's like a 5-foot snake, but he's an absolute beauty, and we don't mind having him around one bit. I got back from that train trip I went on from San Francisco to Denver, and the first thing my sister told me when I got back was, I got some news for you. There's a snake living under the casita. Just my luck, I go through all this time and trouble fixing the casita up, and now all of a sudden I have a new pet. Only apparently he moved away from under the casita, and he's now hiding, oh my gosh, somewhere in there, trying to get away from the crazy lady who is wearing a Janis Joplin wig in the heat of summer. Anyway, I was kind of freaked out when she told me she saw it coiled up on the front porch of the casita back there. I have this wooden pair of clogs that she brought me when she went to the Netherlands. A couple years ago, she was dating that Dutch guy, and they went to the Netherlands, and as a souvenir, she brought me a pair of wooden clogs, and they're sitting on the porch over there, and the snake was coiled up on them. And so when she saw it at first, she thought, oh, one of Sarah's viewers sent her a prop snake as a decoration. And then it moved, and she went, whew! But she had the presence of mind to look at the shape of its head and ascertain that it's not venomous. I think she said it's a gopher snake. I don't know if there's any herpetologists watching this or people who are really into snakes, and you happen to see the footage I shot of it. You could see it didn't have that spade-shaped head, and it didn't have the markings of a rattlesnake. I think it's a gopher snake. And the good thing about that, and why it's completely welcome to live under the casita, hang out on my front porch, hang out on the front porch, do whatever it wants, is they are very territorial, and they scare away rattlesnakes, according to my sister's online research. A. B. They eat rodents, which is good, because I'm constantly hearing scurrying from critters scrabbling around in the walls of that friggin' shack. I mean, it doesn't really have a foundation. It's just sitting on concrete piers and 2x4s. And so, man, many's the time, especially in the winter, I'm sitting there trying to work, and I hear like little something scrabbling around in the walls. And I tried sprinkling coyote urine all around the perimeter of the casita, because I was told that this will scare off critters. Okay, if they smell the piss of a coyote, I guess rats and mice will think, oh God, there's a coyote coming to get me, and they'll run away and hide. So you can see I've already used quite a bit of this bottle. The person who got it for me got it from my car when I'm camping. Pardon me. Ooh, that was a good one. One time I was camping, and there was a mouse or a rat in my car, in the back of my car, and had to tear everything out trying to figure out where it was. Well, somebody saw that and sent me this bottle of coyote urine and said, bring this with you when you travel, sprinkle it around the perimeter of your car, and it'll keep any rats from getting in. So I've used it for the same purpose here at the old casita. Incidentally, there's the wooden clogs I was talking about. Unfortunately, there's dove crap on them. And that's because we have a genuine Snow White situation going on here, where there were 2 little baby doves that were just hanging out on my front porch, and they weren't scared. What happened was, there's a dove who builds a nest in our chandelier every spring and lays eggs. And the doves freak out every time you walk by under the chandelier. They start flapping because they're scared. Well, unfortunately, this year, there was a bunch of, well, I'll just say hammering and sawing and loud noises going on in the casita, which I'm still not ready to reveal yet. Stay tuned. Anyway, those poor doves, they had already committed to the nest, and the eggs were already a certain size. And so I guess because there was all these people coming and going, banging on the casita, they got used to people. And so they were just sitting here on this bench, chilling. My friend was over, and he even left a little bit of his sandwich on the bench, and the dove didn't fly away. They just sat there. And I thought it was really cool. In fact, one of them even was sitting on the arm of this mannequin. Which, incidentally, this mannequin is sort of a life-sized voodoo doll of one of my ex-boyfriends. If you watched my Valentine's Day kiss and tell video, well, then you know all about at least some of my crazy past relationships. Anyway, yes, I'm weird. I have a life-size... It's not a voodoo doll that I stick pins in. It's just sort of a reminder of past mistakes I made. Anyway, this dove was just perched on the arm of this voodoo doll mannequin, just hanging out. I thought it was great. And I say it's a Snow White situation because remember in the movie Snow White? She's like, la 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 la, with a smile and a song, sweeping the floor, and all the birds are singing with her, and all the little squirrels are running up to her. They're all her friends. Well, I may look like Janis Joplin, but I'm actually Snow White because I have doves and a snake living with me that want to be my friends. How about that? Unfortunately, both the doves and the snake are apparently camera shy. At least we got a little bit of the snake on camera. I didn't think I'd ever be that lucky. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know if I would ever see the snake myself. I got back from the trip and my sister told me about it. But that's the first time I actually saw it in person, and I can see why. She freaked out. That is a long snake, but looked like a beauty, and his little head was so cute. And, you know, I'm not, like, super afraid of snakes if I know for a fact that they aren't venomous. So if that little feller, to that snake, if you happen to be watching this video, which he's not, but it's somewhere on the property here, you are welcome to stay here as long as you want as our guest, and you can eat all the rodents, all the kangaroo rats, all the mice you want. Unfortunately, I think the coyote piss thing backfired. I think it might have lured coyotes into the yard because we hear them all the time. My sister even saw one in the driveway once. They're all over here. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere, if I need to remind you again. But I think the smell of the coyote piss lured some coyotes up into the compound because I saw a coyote turd over by the casita once. And then my sister said she also, right after she found the snake, discovered the snake, she also said she found half a bunny. Like, unfortunately, something killed a bunny and she found its little hind legs out back somewhere. So, you know, nature is cruel, unfortunately, but it's all part of life's grand plan, majesty. And, you know, the coyotes are hungry. They got to eat too. The snakes are hungry. They got to eat. The mice get cold in the winter and they got to crawl in the walls of my casita or in the back of my 4Runner to try and stay warm. Who am I to argue? All I'm trying to do is let you guys know about this amazing Janis Joplin show at the Santa Fe station on March 28th. If you want to support live music in Las Vegas, which me and Lon Bronson, the guy who is the promoter of the show, the producer of the show, we were both kind of commiserating on the fact that back in the day you would go to Vegas and you would see the Rat Pack. Every hotel had a lounge and there was live music. You know, even 10, 15, 20 years ago, you would go to the casinos and they'd have a lounge with some cheesy lounge band playing, but it was live music. You know, I think there's something to be said for that rather than just going into a casino now and they're playing this crappy canned music on the intercom. And, you know, there's a big sports book and everyone's sitting there watching sports ball, and there's a nightclub where everyone goes and maybe sees like a DJ, but you really don't see live music very much anymore. And so this Santa Fe Station Casinos is kind of like a chain of local casinos in Vegas, and I guess the station's casinos in general are the most supportive of live music in Las Vegas nowadays, but the Santa Fe Station in particular is the only one that had the balls to put on this cosmic blues Janis and Jimmy together again, the show that never was, next Saturday, March 28th. So check that out if you're going to be in Vegas. I'm going to try to go myself, actually. Lon did invite me. So if I'm able to get into town, well, you just might see me there. But I certainly won't be dressed like this because I'm not trying to, first of all, detract from the fabulous Janis impersonator who's doing the show. I mean, she's said to be the top Janis impersonator probably in the world. But also, man, I don't know. It's probably going to be hot in Vegas, too, and I ain't trying to go out in a wig and a feather boa. And as a matter of fact, it's too hot to even be wearing this right now. So I'm going to go get changed. Much better. Can't be hanging out here dressed like Janis Joplin all evening anyway, because I have big plans and places to go. That's right, believe it or not, even here in the middle of nowhere on the edge of civilization, we do have social events, and tonight is one of them. I am celebrating with this delicious Cazadores Paloma because the long-awaited taco joint has finally opened. Okay, I mentioned this in a video a while back over at Death Valley Hot Springs where the barbecue used to be. There's now a taco restaurant, or they've been saying there was going to be a taco restaurant for months and months and months. And I guess there were some holdups, getting the permitting, getting everything up to code, passing the health inspection, whatever. It finally opened. Unfortunately, I missed the grand opening. That was when I was on my train trip. I missed a lot of stuff on that train trip. I mean, it was an amazing trip, and I'm really looking forward to editing the video when I get a chance. But man, I missed the snake, and I missed the dead rabbit, and I missed the grand opening of this taco restaurant. So tonight is the first night that it's open since I've been back, and so I'm going over there with my buddy Terry. So we're gonna walk over to Death Valley Hot Spring to get some delicious tacos and also have a quick little discussion about a project that Terry has in mind. Terry's probably rolling his eyes at me right now, but okay, Terry's an electrician, as you know. He's been doing some electrical work here at the compound, and he does a great job. I mean, he really knows what he's doing, and he's very precise, and that's important when it comes to electrical. But he's also a creative guy, and he had the interesting idea of getting one of those classic American boats, like a Malays-era land yacht, like a, I don't know, a Cadillac Eldorado or a Lincoln Town Car, some ginormous old car from the 60s, 70s, and turning it electric so that we could cruise to Vegas in style in this giant friggin' boat. But he would use his electrical magic to convert it from a gas engine or a diesel engine to all electric. Wouldn't that be something? Now, the car he thought would be cool is named a Buick Electra, which I think is kind of fitting. I hadn't heard of a Buick Electra. I had to look it up. But an electric Electra? I mean, this story basically writes itself. And can you imagine anything more fabulous than me and Terry and my sister and all our friends piled in? I've got me an Electra. It seats about 20. So hurry up and bring your jukebox money. And we could sail over the hump from Pahrump to Las Vegas and go to town in style. What do you think? Does that idea have any merit? And if it does anyone watching this channel happen to have an old Buick Electra or Cadillac Eldorado? I'm partial to an Eldorado because I once saw a picture of Roy Rogers' custom Cadillac, and it was unbelievable. The door handles are little pistols, and there's like guns all over the damn car. The whole thing is like silver and leather, and it's got these huge steer horns on the front hood, which would be an integral component of whatever car we get. It's definitely going to get steer horns on the front. But I just thought I'd ask around, see if anybody watching this has an old boat of that type just sitting around gathering dust in their garage. If you do, holler at me. Okay, here we are approaching Death Valley Hot Springs, which just got a fancy new sign. Look at that. And you can see the little building across from the old Quonset hut laundromat that used to be the barbecue, now is called the Tacoma Tap House. How exciting is that? Okay, I guess it's called the Tacoma Tap House because they are going to be brewing their own beer. That's right. We're going to regain our status as the town with the most breweries per capita in the world. We used to be known as the town with the most breweries per capita because we had Death Valley Brewing downtown Tacoma and the other brewery here where the barbecue was, in a town of only 100 people. Well, unfortunately, when the barbecue left, we lost that brewery, and so we lost our title as the town with the most breweries per capita, but it's back, or it will be as soon as they start brewing again. Unfortunately, I don't think, because they don't have the brewery set up yet, it's just canned beer for now, and I don't think they even have wine or anything that I like, so that's why I'm bringing this Paloma with me. Because I don't like beer. Okay, here we are. Walking down the long, stately driveway, approaching the magnificent resort formerly known as Delights, now called Death Valley Hot Springs. Oh, I see a little red Beamer over there, and that can only mean one thing. There's only one person in this town crazy enough to drive a red Beamer, and they live at Villa Anita. Okay, let's see if I'm right. And it's... I knew it was you!
Entree-vous, my love, entree-vous.
How is this place?
Delicious. Oh my god, so
Did you already eat all the tacos?
Oh, I ate 3 tacos already, but I'm gonna get more.
Oh, look. Jackie Starr here tonight, having his taco. How's the nachos? Oh, wow, those do look good, yeah.
Nice beef, guacamole, you know.
And a salad? They have salad here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yum. Well, I can't wait. And then we have Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, they have a potato. You're gonna love
They have a potato?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what am I gonna order? There's too many good things on this menu. Hold on a minute, now look over here. It's Ross, the one-legged miner. Dan.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing just fine. Hi, Dan. Mwah. Hi, Robin. Robin, the unsung hero of Tacoma. And I don't know you.
Hi, I'm Matthew.
Matthew, hi, nice to meet you. I won't be so forward as to kiss you on the cheek just because I haven't met you yet. But very nice to meet you, yes. And I would be remiss if I didn't say hello to Ross. Ross, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, Ross. I brought something for you.
Oh, I'm touched and honored. What is it?
Well, Ross, I have these brochures for you to hand out to people in town. My sister just made these arts and culture brochures
Very nice.
showing all the different attractions here in the area, places you can visit if you come out here. Show the folks at home what the brochure looks like, Ross. Oh, there's a map showing where everything is, and there's all the little businesses, the China Ranch Day Farm, there's Tacoma Mines right
Look at
there.
that. Yeah.
Right on, you're represented.
Nice little picture of the 890 level.
Oh, that's hot. Ooh-wee.
Gotta get you down there one of these days. You haven't been down there yet.
One of these days, Ross. One of these days. Right in the kisser. Anyway, if you guys want to come check out this arts and culture brochure, come to the Shoshone Museum. They hand them out there. Or go to Ross's Mine. He'll give you one. There's all kinds of cool stuff to do in this area. But the coolest thing of all are the tacos. Okay, this menu is amazing. First of all, we have tacos, beef or chicken with cilantro and onion, little street tacos. We have nachos like Jack's having, and the salad that Jack's having. But then there's also that potato. Look at that. It's a baked potato that you can put butter, chives, sour cream cheese, but also you can add meat, beef or chicken, the taco meat, guacamole, nacho cheese. Ay, ay, ay. And as if that wasn't enough, there's also all these desserts. Look at this. There's an acai bowl, frozen acai with all these different yummy, healthy toppings. There's an affogato, which is vanilla ice cream topped with a double shot of espresso, ice cream sundae, and milkshakes. Customers raving about how good the tacos are here at the Tacoma Tap House. I'm embarrassed to say that I did not film myself eating my tacos. I just inhaled them. They were really good. Everything was good, right, guys? This is Matthew. He works at Bodie Ghost Town. You guys know Bodie Ghost Town? All the way down here in our little neck of the woods. Thank you for visiting us. Yeah.
Glad to be here.
How exciting to have a guy from Bodie. Oh, look at that. Terry got more tacos. I'll show you Terry's tacos. Since I'm a lady, I would never show you my tacos. Look at that. Beef tacos. Okay, the tacos were delicious, and then I had to end with an ice cream sundae. No, Carlo, this is for me.
We stopped over there, and suddenly, I get blasted. I noticed there's really
Oh, delicious. I will be coming to this taco place many times in the future. As a matter of fact, already ran into a couple people who watch my channel over here, and they're visiting all the way from South Florida. Folks from all over are going to be coming to this taco place, not just the local yokels.
I'm not a yokel, and I'm not really local.
Well, you're local, but sometimes I think you're more local than local.
I live at the mines, not in town.
All right, well, anyway, come by, check it out, have some tacos, support the local economy,
Definitely.
and
The place is worthy of the support.
stay tuned to find out what happens with the snake.